Alright, hey, well, Shalom, check your...
Check.
Yeah, my audio good. I got it good.
Shemai.
Right.
Hey, tell the kids to be quiet, man. Spray millstone.
Read it out.
We should be good.
Read the Bible, good job.
Yeah, we got audio.
Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, L'chakwadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to the 144,000 that are scattered around the four corners of the earth.
Okay.
All right, to the scattered elect that are scattered among the heathen, that look like the heathen, the Israelite foreigners, the Fule, right? And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you, we say Shalom.
Okay.
All right, and we're just gonna chime in on current events. That's right, and these victim villains, these people who do such villainy and then use the media to cry foul, to cry victim, when they're the ones that's doing all the crimes. I just find it amazing that, and I'm not gonna that there's a certain particular group of people who are basically in concentration camps, in a gigantic concentration camp with quite a few million people trapped in it, constantly being mistreated. They don't get good clean water. They don't get good clean food. They don't get good air. They definitely don't get good medical attention. Their children are often beat up and maimed by the powers that be that surround them. Their women get raped. They just get mistreated and they lose their homes and their land. But somehow they're being painted as the villains when they're really the victims. Come on, brother. All right, but yet the actual villains are the people who control and own the media. Right? So there's like a video that surfaced. And I know a couple brothers use it. I used it in one of my videos, but I didn't play the video. I just used stills. And there's a video of these particular set of people that wear small hats.
With big noses.
With gigantic noses, some of them. And,
tufts of hair.
They're
Shirley Temple Carol.
but nevertheless, they got cameras there, and you got clearly some guy's a director, and he's, adjusting the kid's body on the ground. The kid's and putting his arm, and then and he's got the blood spatters on his body, the blood by his head, and the film crew, and the guy standing there with the fully automatic weapon. So, and I know that they weren't making a movie. So eventually, that image will be used to talk about how certain children and things are being targeted, and this is the sort of thing that they do all the time. All right, and they've been doing this for years and upon years. Somebody get that Isaiah 29 and 15.
I got one real quick.
Who got Isaiah 29 and 15?
I mean, damn.
Who got Isaiah? No, Shemai.
I got it.
Somebody get Isaiah 29. Y'all stop doing that shit, for real.
29 and 19.
29 and 15. Salaki.
15.
Good Lord.
I got it. This is Isaiah 29 and 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are hid in the dark, and they say, who seeth us?"
Right. So these people try to hide their works, but the whole world is onto them because what I just described, and I didn't say any names or any particular, race or any of that or religion, but it's pretty, if you're actually listening, it's pretty easy to figure out what I'm talking about. And there's evidences of what I said all over the internet. All over the internet. Almost on every platform that there is.
Yeah.
Bring out your scripture, brother.
The Harvard motherfuckers is talking about
That's right.
I forget the percentage, but it's a nice percentage of them that's saying that the Israelis are responsible for the shit. They blaming them, not the Palestinians.
So in Harvard.
Yeah.
So you got American Harvard students
Yeah.
are pointing fingers at the Israelis who would never do anything like that.
No, that's not them. That's
Sure.
not them.
And
Well,
they're
not
all
saying
former
what you say, Big?
military people who've been in the military of Israel. The one bitch said a stork, a bird, can't even come fly over there without them alerting the system and them sending motherfuckers to check out over a bird.
Well, yep, that is indeed true. They got the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome, everybody, niggas in the hood know about the fucking Iron Dome.
Come on, brother.
All right, but the Harvard is saying basically the making of a terrorist thing. You can't do something to somebody and then expect them not to react.
Mexican Joker.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Right.
God.
Throw stones, hide your hand.
Right.
Then they retaliate. Why are you hitting me, man?
Well, that's what if someone can find a couple different videos on with Professor Epstein, Finkelstein, talking about the matter. Professor Finkelstein speaks heavily against, and he's all for freeing Palestine, and et cetera, et cetera. He speaks heavily against Zionism. If someone could pull up some of his stuff, but he's referring to Palestine as a concentration camp, and even if those things were, you can bring that out, and even if those things were true, the things that's being said on the mainstream media, the controlled narrative of the mainstream media, let's just say, call it for what it is. It's a complete and total control narrative. They want you to, believe whatever they say, it is. And we know that more often than not, that whatever the media is telling you, the truth is far from it. It's usually in the other direction. But you had a scripture, brother. You bring out the scripture.
Yeah, this is Psalms 50 and 19. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." Yeah, because Esau always says something okie doke with his plans, and he already controls the media. Rockefeller had I forget what was it? John D. Rockefeller.
Yeah, JD.
Yeah, he ended up buying the media because everybody knew that this man controlled all the resources, but he wasn't well liked. But they had to do business with him. So now,
same way he bought up the medical when he put all that money into the medical administration. He had a voice in what they put into their books. Into their medical. They changed the
medical journal.
The medical journals and instruction because of him. So just so that the petroleum-based medicines can be. And then 10 years after that, because they would get rid of all the holistic doctors.
Yep.
This is all history. This is all history that you can look up. Sure. All this history can be, everything that I'm saying right now can be looked up for yourself. And videos, with information detailed on the subject matter what we're speaking about.
And they search out.
Thinking about what you said about Salakia, but not only that, what you were saying, and I'm gonna give it back to you. But he did the same thing with the medical. And what happened was, when they started using all this petroleum-based medicines, 10 years later, all the people started popping up with cancer. Did he give a fuck?
No.
Actually, he didn't. So that's when he, and then that's when he bought the media. Because that's what made him buy off the media. Because first he controlled the medical side. And then when all this stuff started coming out, it's just like I got a book at home that's written by a Jewish guy talking about Jewish gangsters during the time of Al Capone.
Right.
And how they wrote in there that they contacted the media and said, you're not gonna say Jewish gangster anymore, you just say gangster. So you don't associate them with that. You only associated
the gangster himself.
But Al Capone put some, and which is sometimes, I think that I actually believe that Al Capone might be one of those small hatters. Nevertheless, he possibly could. But I tell you this, some of his lieutenants and his lawyers were small hatters. That's fact. That's fact, because that's what this book, that's what that whole book was about. So they've been controlling media for a long time. So once again, 1930s, 1940s, it was like, no, cut up. We don't want to see that in the papers anymore. We don't want to say Jewish gangster. You just say gangsters.
Yeah. And also, after all those people started catching cancer, he started that basically some kind of cancer society.
Cancer society.
And he put money into that.
Yeah.
So it made it. So he started all the. We're narratives. Talking about people who make themselves look like the good guy, and what's really happening is they're capitalizing. So are they really helping victims, or are they just being the villain?
They're making
and that's
money.
what
they're making money.
So which is making But go ahead, brother. Finish your.
Verse 20, it says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son." Right, because Jake is always the fall guy at the end of these things, man. That's Esau when he's doing something, then everybody's shining a light, and that's what's coming out right now. You know, they see that you're starting these wars, and even the bullshit in your own community. You're funding wars, and you're not funding the American society, which I mean is doomed to be destroyed anyway. But these people they're complaining about that. They're starting to realize that this man is the pure fucking devil.
But this is his MO. Like I said, what did they do in the fucking Boston Tea Party? Dressed up like who? And did what? You see what I'm saying? They dressed up like the natives, which we know is the fucking Northern Kingdom to begin with, and tried to put the blame on them.
Yeah, that's why scriptures call him the accuser of our brethren. If you look at the Anti-Defamation League, how it started out by a ish person raping and murdering a white girl and trying to blame it on the on his slave, basically, man.
Green Mile.
Try to blame it on Jake.
That's right. No, Rala said it. The Green Mile. That's a perfect example of that.
I got a quick scripture, if I may. This is Proverbs 26 and 28. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin.
Ooh,
That's right.
You know,
very good precept.
I got one for you. Oh, you had. Go ahead, speak on it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, here it is. Yeah, you're the victim. I'm oppressing you. All right, but don't speak on it. You know, you're victimized for pointing out the fact that I'm devouring and I'm slaughtering you. All right. And all you Jakes, man, all these niggas, man, you coon ass niggas that's getting on TV advocating for these people. These are the same people that bought all the slave ships that brought your ass here, nigga.
That built the projects.
Okay, they're the same people who built, like the brother said, built the projects. They paid for those slave ships. A lot of them manned those slave ships. Those slave auctions was closed on ish holidays. So they the ones who bought and sold you. They the ones that orchestrate the whole shit. Here you are,
Black Friday,
sitting here advocating for these motherfuckers, and you still in the ghetto, man. All right,
crying for the enemy, bro.
You.
And they stole your identity. The worst
Absolutely. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why scripture say he that helpeth you should fall together, man.
That's right.
This devil is fucking a Jew, man.
Hey, he just joined unto him. Should be ran through.
I got it. Go ahead, y'all.
This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Man,
If adversity come upon thee,
who'll be the first one?
thou shalt find him there first."
God
damn. But he calls the adversity.
God damn it.
He's
Or
the one
out of
that
chaos.
He started the fire.
Yes, he engineered.
And now he's showing up at your front door to run in as the hero.
Exactly.
Pull you out of the fire.
Exactly.
Get that Creed playing in the background.
When it was his man
Yes.
that set it in the back.
Exactly. So
True nigger.
that's it. That's it. So it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And that's the whole point of it all.
Yeah.
To undermine us, the Israelites, to undermine the Most High God, even. You know, it says
Because the whole section is to sit, because if he can sit in your place,
exactly.
so he had to undermine you,
Right.
to supplant you.
Right. Exactly. And that's why he continues to keep you docile with these carnal mindsets so he can continue to rule over you. Because if we come back to our mindset that Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave us, which is Yahushua, which is righteousness, which is life, well then that catapults us above all nations. And so, of course, they do not want us.
Real quick,
Yep.
brother.
Yep.
Brother Gabar Yahweh calling in from Hawaii. He wants to make a point.
Yes, sir.
So here we go.
Get him on the horn.
Hold on, let me get you on the speaker, brother. Shalom, beloved. Let me hold on. Just waiting for this. There we go. All right, you good, brother?
Goodbye.
Shalom.
The spirit had me jump right on when I was literally thinking about a point. And the title of this lesson is called Victim Villain. And everything the elders and the brothers said is absolutely true. Because I'm watching a clip. One of the elders from UK, he did a video called How the U.S. colonized the U.S. And it's literally what they did to Palestine, what they're doing to Palestine. And they played the victim. They came in, everybody was all good. They spread themselves out. And then whenever they were attacked, that gave them more reason to attack back. But they played the villain. I mean, they played the victim. You know, and as I look at how that's been spread across America, he's a walking plague. Esau Edom is a walking plague. You know, he come in, play it cool, act like it's everything straight. Then as soon as you react to his reaction, he plays the victim. But in reality, he's the well-dressed villain. You know, I just wanted to point that out, man. And this man, he has to be stopped, man. He's done the same thing over and over again. Destroy nation. Now, we don't care about these other nations. But right is right and wrong is wrong. You know, the way we're going to take this planet, we're going to be moving like a plague, man. It's just this is righteous judgment. And at the end of the day, people are going to be allowed to live. And we're going to have to play the victim. We are the victims. We've been victimized continually for millennia, not just one time. But even in our victimization, all we're going to do is set the record straight. You got to get yours, and then we're going to get ours. But we got to play with these something. So I just kind of want to mention that. So I can't interrupt you.
No, go ahead. It's a spirit.
No, it's a spirit, brother. It's all good, brother.
And so may the Lord continue to bless and guide you, all you brothers, and give you a double portion of the spirit. Shalom.
Shalom, brother. And yeah, and the brother was on point. He was absolutely right, man. And the prophecy said that this the least of the flock has somebody grab that. The least of the flock has to draw them out, and they say that's what's happening because and now there's story going around talking about this is certain groups of people. This is their 911. Well, guess what? 911 was set up by the same people.
Come on, brother.
So this is what do you mean? This is your version on your own people this time? Well, I mean, if you're gonna say it right, man.
That's right.
So just look up the dancing JOOs. You know, when Building 7 went down, which nobody likes to talk about. You know, the third building that never,
nothing happened, but it fell.
Never got hit, and it just went down too. You know.
That's right.
I got that Jeremiah 49:20.
Bring it out, brother.
It says, "Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, that He hath taken against Edom, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." And then Jeremiah 50:45 saying the same thing. "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them."
That's right. Hey, and they said the least of the flock. So the Lord's going to use so right now, people didn't see this coming. They didn't see that Esau, Edom to go ahead on and just first, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make no sense, but let's abandon the cameras. Let's abandon our little border section from ABZ to XYZ. Yeah. They had these motherfuckers coming in parachuting. And one of the videos I seen is like, and they show with them parachute with a whole bunch of people flying in, and you telling me all these motherfuckers?
It was Red Dawn.
Come on, bro.
That shit was
it was Red Dawn, man.
I've seen it. That shit looked real though, low key.
Yeah, just like how they.
But like the girl explained, it was unrealistic.
No doubt.
Because of the technology, and then you also had bulldozers rolled up and bust down fences and all that other stuff.
I mean, and a bulldozer is not the fastest vehicle.
And it's like, wait, you got a people that's been trapped for more than 2 decades. They can't move. All of a sudden, they get out at hundreds at a time
on the Sabbath, on a Sabbath,
with parachutes. Who the fuck put them in the air? Right? And with tanks, man, this shit makes absolutely no sense. It's almost comical.
It makes just as much sense as
exactly.
As what happened in the White House.
The January 6th.
Ain't them the two most fortified places on earth? The border of Israel and the White House. Where they had all the people that is flooding the White House, somebody getting shot in the hallway.
You talking about Capitol Hill? that was Capitol Hill.
Yeah, that was Capitol Hill.
But it's the same thing though, because you got all these videos of them saying where you know the military there is saying, "Hey, right here," and you got the video where you see them saying, "Come right here." You know what I'm saying? But then on the narrative that's put on the TV is, oh, they stormed the building, they took it down, and they came in and did all this atrocious shit. But then you got a video showing them like, hey, the way is to come right here, come right there. This is the way right over here.
Hey, they just showed.
It's like they were getting a tour.
They just had
a tour.
They just had a video where the guy was standing there and he was with the red hat on, talking about "Make America Great," telling them, "Y'all standing here and they going into the house like this. What the hell y'all on?" And when they turned the camera around, it was the security force.
Well, you know what? It's just like when you talk about all the different news broadcasts that talked about Building 7. All those things just disappeared for years until people. I guess some people recorded them and kept them and started re-uploading them.
That's right.
But all the interviews where you heard, about Building 7 and, and it's like we thought it was over and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. And, and this building came straight down in this footprint too. It's like, well, damn.
Floor by floor.
And so, and then all the different interviews with the different, police officers and firemen that was there, and even just some of the citizens. It's like we was, drinking coffee and eating donuts, and all of a sudden we heard boom, boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom.
And everybody was given the same. And then there was one video from, one of the, how you got cameras everywhere. A residence, it was just one. Their camera from their front door had a view of the building, and it showed it come
straight down,
and it didn't show anything fly into it. It just showed it come straight down. So with CGI and all that shit, because people like, yeah, we saw a plane, but did you really see it? Because you notice for a long time, they stopped showing the plane hit the building.
They couldn't.
They stopped showing it.
They couldn't.
And when and that footage is gone too. But I remember seeing that video because you clearly saw it.
I watched it live.
Somebody's whatchamacallit, somebody's security camera on their building at their doorway, and it picked up. And it just came straight down. You didn't see anything fly into it and hit it. You just saw it come straight down.
You also had a lot of people who do the video shit. They can actually prove that plane wasn't really there. They go into the shit.
But you get called a conspiracy and all this other mess and all kind of you know what? And they just like when it comes to a certain event that took place during World War II that we won't mention.
Right.
Where certain things that happened was really bad to people, but
they knew it.
But the problem is with certain events that took place during that time. Is a complete controlled narrative, and a lot of it finally is uploaded. It's complete, and the problem with that situation is that the math didn't add up. All right, because there was a census about a particular group of people and how many of them that it was around that. It was just a whole lot of things, man.
Discrepancies.
A lot of discrepancies, right? When it comes to bodies and burning and and stuff. We won't talk about name any event. We're just just putting it out there.
It's like
because that's like super sensitive right there. So we can't really you start anything that goes against
the narrative.
The narrative that's pushed.
I thought we had free speech.
Right. So fuck your proof. Don't be coming in here with all this evidence and shit. Don't come in this court with evidence. How dare you come in this court with evidence?
It's
that's hate.
That's hateful to come with all that evidence and proof.
It's funny you mentioned.
We want to see conjecture and hearsay.
Right.
That's what we work with.
Right. Theory.
It's funny that you mentioned it that way because, like I said, I remember where I was at. I remember what I was doing, and I saw that. And being ex-military the way I was, I saw this thing and it's like, that don't come all the way through the building. That couldn't come all the way through the building.
No, it wouldn't come through them steel girders.
Yeah, it couldn't do that. That's
and come out the other side.
Yeah, that's the Edomite physics impossible.
Yeah,
it's
built with those two parts.
Go ahead.
the plane was completely destroyed, right?
Hey, you never found any engines. If it did that, shouldn't the engines been somewhere?
So many people broke it down, man. Not only that, everything disintegrated. You had a couple thousand tons, if not million tons of steel file cabinets. Where were they? It should have been file cabinets 5 stories high for about a 5-block radius.
Absolutely.
Not to mention, people should have been getting crushed and killed and hit by flying file cabinets.
And that goes not only for the
There's
buildings.
no way that could have happened the way that they. People don't think.
Not only for the
Imagine
towers.
a sea of file cabinets.
That's right.
Full of paper and shit, heavy as they are. All of them about 400 or 500 pounds a piece. You know, thousands of them coming down at once. Come on, man. From a 100-story building.
And then you got people reporting on the Pentagon, which happened at the same time, and they had the same thing. They said we had no fuel, we had no evidence of the plane, no this or that.
All the poles were still standing. It's like I'm looking through all the camera stands. If you threw something through straight at pops with a wingspan, it would take out all the camera stands.
Everything's right.
So the direction. And that was the most simplest thing for me to understand. When the guy showed that all the light poles and all the telephone poles were still there, and the direct path where this thing with these gigantic wings supposedly flew through, I'm like, well, damn, why are these light poles still standing? It's right where the hole is. All these damn light poles and telephone poles are still standing. The ones that were in the vicinity.
That shit should have been breaking.
They all should have been bent over,
broke.
They were all still standing. So I was like, man, this is some bullshit.
We'll show you how they really think of you. They feel like y'all dumb as hell.
Well, clearly they are.
Clearly, the average American is dumb as fuck.
Absolutely, they bought it.
And I say that with malicious intent because it's fucking true. The average Westerner is really, really stupid. Dumb as fuck. Just like I know some people who went and took, a boost thing.
Right.
And they've been just as lately, and they all sick and fucked up over them.
Yeah.
All right.
Stabby whammies.
And it reminds me of you sit down with the kids and you watch these shows. I mentioned this movie a lot, The Incredibles, and really that's what it was about. It was the first Incredibles that came out. It was the villain. He didn't like something that Mr. Incredible did. So he grew up and made a whole empire.
Yeah.
And he made a whole empire and made technology, but he created the problem. And then he would use his technology and come in like he was the good guy.
The savior.
But
that sound familiar as fuck.
Like a motherfucker. The whole time, his whole target was Mr. Incredible. So
and he was killing all the supers on the way to doing it.
He was fucking them up. So he
figured out their weaknesses and how to defeat them.
So he got close to Mr. Incredible and he was actually trying to, hey, yeah, I'm with you. My whole life I want to be like you and this and that. But really, the whole time he was trying to kill him. He was trying to take him out, take his place. And which really that's what Esau Edom doing. And then they put it in these shows. They put it in these shows. They put it in these TVs, and it's like Scooby Doo. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. But it's really going to the prophets, exposing you. Every little trick that you have, you put up this bullshit. You say it's this, and you put this mysticism to it. But then the prophets come out and tell you what it really is. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Right, and it always comes back to the prophets. And then that spirit of investigation that the Israelites have, and when it comes to history, declaring who the races are, who the nations are, that same spirit is upon the earth. So the thing now is that when Esau does something now, within hours, that shit is being debunked and being questioned. He got something, and then bring out what you got, bro.
This Micah 2, because what y'all saying goes.
Somebody get that Sirach.
This Micah 2 and
trust
1.
not that enemy.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work of evil upon their dead. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand, like the brother was just saying. They set up these false flags, come in, act like they're the hero when they the ones who destroying every damn thing. They literally ruining their own economy to make it so they can start their NWO, which is gonna fail anyway.
To destroy their own people at the same time.
Exactly, and they just being cruel. And they the ones who stole every damn thing, which is gonna prove in the next verse. And they cover field and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. They did this to the whole world. Mainly us, because he touched the apple of the Lord's eye, but he doing it to even these other people.
And his own people.
His own people.
That's the sad thing, because they aimed a lot of those, when it comes to all the poisons, and the messed up food. And we know that they've orchestrated and they've chemically aimed it, tried to aim it at Jake, but it's affecting and destroying their people as well, man.
It's actually fucking them up worse.
And it's yeah,
because they strong like that.
They're already right. They're already not as fertile and as strong, and so yeah. All right, so this man truly is a devil. Somebody got that scripture called for?
Yep, this is Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy.
He said sometimes.
Never trust thine enemy.
When the situation looks good.
Never trust thine enemy.
Occasionally.
Never trust thine enemy.
See, now you have to take it like that, because if you listen to the narrative of Esau, Edom, and the narratives of Jake, and the narratives of the world, they always want to be placating to, well, maybe this and maybe that. No, you hear them out. No, motherfucker. Never. That means never.
Ever.
Trust means don't put your fidelity in. Your enemy, whoever's been against you and your people, ever. That the Most High did not mince his words, man. Go ahead, brother.
That's what they say. My enemy is my enemy is my friend.
That's Esau Edom. That's stupid as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Keep my friends close.
Let me keep the motherfucker who's been killing my people close to me. Let me hold on to him. That's dumb as fuck.
Pop me in the head.
Before you read down, it says, "Who will pity charmer bitten by a serpent?" That's what you get, you dumb nigga.
Yeah.
Yep. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
All right.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
You still fucked up.
You wiped it, and all of a sudden you can see. It's like the day. I still remember the day and the night that I realized I needed glasses. All right. I remember the night I was up in Sluggish. All right. We used to have these little cue cards.
That's right.
Real talk. We used to have the little cue cards. We sitting at the bar drinking, and when a broad, walk in, everybody raised their little card. It was just amongst us.
Right.
And I think I picked up a broad walked in, and I picked up a 7, and everybody looked at me. And I was like, "Fuck, she alright." And I, drank. And then my boy set his glasses on the
table
on the bar,
right?
And they were complaining about the beer menu, how it needs to be redone. I said, "Man, you're a blind ass, you can't see nothing." And I looked through his glasses at the menu, and everything got clear. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Damn!" And I'm seeing everything. I looked, and signs that I thought was just too far to see, I could read them. I was like, "Damn." Then I turned around and looked at the bra.
Oh, shit.
I was at the doctor the next day. And I've been wearing these ever since. All right? So the thing is, we can see now. The Lord, the Lord that woke us up, man.
Damn. Can I back you up?
I got a little more.
I was like, "Damn, can I refill me 3?"
Wow.
I did not mean to make that a 7,000. My bad.
I was just as sluggish last night, man.
Come on, man. This shit's real.
This is verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit.
And guess who's in our place right now? Who's in our places all over the... You got Esau Edom.
Small
you got
hats.
the fucking small hats. You got everybody. Matter of fact, you got Ethiopians now standing in our place. You got other heathens standing in our place. All right? And they did that because we opened once... See, once you don't follow Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Kakadash, and his game plan, everything that he says is going to happen, happens. And that means your enemy is going to stand up in your place. He says, never trust these motherfuckers. And now you got Falasian Jews. You got Jewishes. You got all these other motherfuckers claiming our identity and our heritage and our culture. Fuck
Why
out of here,
Jake
man.
don't even want no parts of it. Right. The whole time.
No, we got to love everyone. Because we follow the rest of their narrative
anyway, so we
Oh, yeah, they don't have
we
no
looking
parts in it.
forward to them getting what they gonna get to.
Hey,
Well,
all
that nigga
Israel,
Charles-
all Israel's are Israel's. You are, scripture say what man think is, so he is. So you'll know people unto the Lord. That's why the Lord gonna pray.
You gotta have.
And that's what Charleston White said, and what he said, I'm a nigga from a seed of a nigga. Well, so be it, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nigga.
But
Yeah.
you got more to that?
Yep, it says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Yeah, you gonna think about that. That's the Lord. That's how you know the Lord is a Jake. Cause Murph loves to say, look, man, you gonna think about that shit I told you one day.
That's right.
You know, that's the Lord. You gonna think, you see that shit on the camera? You gonna think about that shit, but that's serious. Because even when you go into and he was a damn Edomite, when you go into the story of Haman and Mordecai, he really wanted the king's seat and he wanted to take out Jake. That was the whole plot of the story. Get rid of the Israelites and sit in the seat of the man who was already king, but I'm gonna sit here under his wing and undermine him the whole fucking time. That's the spirit of that's the man don't change, man. Times and laws change, but these devils don't change. And that's what the spirit of men in general don't change. Let alone the spirit of Jake, the spirit of Esau. That's why I tell Jake all the time. I said, you know why you never heard about serial rapists and serial killers and during the time of the prohibition, lynching, and the hardcore slavery, but right after? Because Esau had us to just unleash all his fantasies on. Now, exactly. Now, the laws have changed, so now it's a word for it. It's serial killing. Now it's a serial raping.
And they were doing that to us the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. So the times and the laws change, but the fear of the people never change. And that's the spirit of Esau. He wanted to destroy Israel and undermine the whole world. That's why, and Elder Malcolm always bring it out. And I call it the Jehovah's Witness fucking pamphlet. Esau wanted everybody to join together, but he definitely got to be on top. That's his. He's a damn demon, man.
I got one more.
You want to got some more.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
That's why we don't pity none of you motherfuckers, man. And we pray for your demise.
That's it.
Yeah. This is what it said, Samuel Jackson said. And we hope you burn in hell.
Yeah, Jake won more over Steve.
No, not at all.
All right? Jake knew that this nigga was gonna die.
That's right.
They was actually waiting for it. Damn, is this the day? Damn, again. Jake knew that dude was gonna eventually die. It's just, it was just ironic that he died in such the weakest way. He thought it would actually be finally that one crocodile that was gangster.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that nigga Steve Harvey died.
Just saying, he said, who's gonna pity him that was bitten by a serpent?
Oh, he definitely, yeah.
So the thing is that we knew this guy was going to die, man. All right. You can only play with death for so long. And there's a lot of horror stories about people being eaten by saltwater crocodiles in Australia. Yeah. They ain't no place to fuck around, man.
Craggy, Mike.
You just like going to Florida, man. Hey, they got alligators as longer than this damn room, man.
Oh.
They got 15 foot, 16, damn near 20 foot. These motherfuckers is huge, and them damn and crocs too, man. Snakes. Big as hell, man. 1,000+ pounds, 2,000 pounds. So what makes you think it's okay to just go play in some you don't care if it's a knee deep, some shallow murky water. Oh look, you want it? Let's go fly.
That motherfucking legs this big. That's all he needs.
Right, let's go cool off in the water, brother.
And that nigga was flipping them alligators.
Oh shit!
That's a fool though. You know what I'm saying? I got a quick scripture, one of my faves here in Psalms 92:6. It says, "A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all of the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever." You see, because the wicked only got a time. It says how that the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. You know what I'm saying? And once they reach, that moment, right? Once they fulfill the lot that has been given to them, then that's it.
How long is the moment?
That's that John Legend.
It just passed. It just passed.
That moment was that's how fast?
That's quick.
So what scripture you just
so
read?
especially when you comparing it to eternity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was a moment for Steve Irwin, man, when that motherfucking Stingray stung his head. Because that nigga was flipping them alligators, man. Hey, if you go into the history of ancient Egypt, man, when they was fucking them alligators, man. They was flipping them, man. This is Egypt all over again, man. That nigga was mad freaky with them alligators, man. But then his time came, man. Or what the scripture says? It says the evil is snared in evil time.
That's how they train.
It says, as the fish is caught in the net, so is the wicked snared in the evil time. When it follows suddenly upon him.
That's it. So the Lord finally jigsawed his ass.
Yeah, caught him with something he wasn't expecting.
It's time to play the game.
You know?
I got a precept if I may.
Go ahead. That brother been holding a precept, brother.
Who, Matthias?
Yeah. You finished with that one?
No, I ain't never read it. I never got to read it.
Oh, okay, well go ahead, brother. Then
talk too much.
This is Proverbs. Right. This is back up what you were saying about Esau being revealed right now. This is
and that's what's happening. Yeah. It really is being revealed. Well, go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 25:2. It is the glory of Yahweh to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. So hey man, the Lord's raising up those kings to search your ass out in these last days, man, and reveal who you are, your MO, and everything about you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like the brother was, because the brother brought out the analogy about the Scooby-Doo character, basically unmasking the villain, man. Right now, you being unmasked, man. All right, the whole earth
damn
is seeing
Israelites. Nah,
I would have got away with it.
Damn Israelites. But like I said, and then that spirit of that spirit of revealing Esau, that movement came into the world through the men of the Lord.
Because
nobody was doing that before us, and now he's been almost every women are going into history. Guys are going into history. Edomites are going into history, exposing themselves.
Christians are.
How you going to the blue letter when nobody was going to the blue letter?
Right.
13 tribe all of a sudden.
Hey, but that's why the Bible, even going into what the Elder Malcolm was explaining with the case he was dealing with, how he shut them down. Look, the Lord said that he would give you wisdom in the mouth, which they would not be able to gainsay nor resist.
God.
The Lord did. Look, they've been confounded.
Two attorney generals was quiet before a guy who has no degree in law.
Damn, you stumped their college education.
Shut them the fuck down.
It's the spirit of the Lord.
So it was the spirit of the Lord, man.
Nothing else.
It was. They couldn't say anything. They couldn't say object. They just were quiet.
And that's their MO.
Because I actually learned that craft and I actually did it better than them. Right. And it didn't take me $100,000 to do it either.
Perfect.
All right.
Your Honor, who taught him how to read?
Hey, he's one been killed. He learned how to read the Bible.
Go ahead, bring out your scripture.
But again, I was going back Murphy because what he said, man, these devils, man, they try to want to heat everybody into them and then basically, take over everything. This is Habakkuk 2:5.
Yep.
He also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. This always been his MO. They're trying to get everybody. He want to be the top on everything. Why you got everybody like all my minions? Look, man, y'all gonna serve under me and that's it. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it.
It goes down to 4. Is it 14 or 16 when it says that basically he's gonna be exposed? It says shameful spewing shall be
upon that glory.
Yeah, is it 16 or 14?
It's 16.
God, bring out 16 for the other, because basically that's what the other's going into. Go ahead, read it for him.
Yeah, this is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art full with shame for glory. Drink thou also and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh right hand shall be turned unto thee, which is Yahweh Shai, about to destroy them.
Yeah, see his little meat was revealed.
That pale ass swallow.
Little red ass mangy meat, man.
That pale swallow.
He got exposed.
Yep.
Right? The bathroom door flew open. Right?
Cheeks red as hell.
She said, I don't want no shout.
He got right.
He had that baby elephant trunk skeezer. He wasn't circumcised.
And he's mad because, like I said, that last great trip wasn't great. Was the whole 9, uno. That whole thing. You know, that was their last great trick, and it wasn't great at all. So now everything that they do immediately gets questioned, gets popped off, man. All right, because and then they have to make laws to protect their lives. Yep. So instead of dealing with the evidence and the information you bring forth, they just put laws in place to criminalize you for questioning them.
Exactly.
So what do you mean we can't question? You know, you just say something that don't make sense, that don't add up scientifically. You know, or the math don't add up, and we just supposed to, you know, sit back and nobody says anything. Exactly.
Yeah. That's part of the wine. But that's the wine that he brought out in the Habakkuk, the 2 and 5. That's the wine.
So that's you know, and that's where we are, man. You know, they truly are being exposed, man.
Using this agenda. Yeah, that's
that's what he wants, man. Ones who can't think for themselves, listen to everything he says. That's what he wants around. Those who speak up and speak up on his bullshit, he won't get rid of.
Right. It doesn't benefit the Western governments at all to have well-informed citizens. Yep. They don't want and I'll give you an example. In Libya, before they destroyed Libya and made it a desert ghetto, right? The word on the street is that Libya was one of the best places to live in the world.
Absolutely.
Free education. Yeah, you got free college education, you got free medical. And those two things alone. You had clean water and clean food.
You got married, they gave you a house.
Yeah, if you got married, they gave you a house, they gave you a car, they even gave you money to actually help build your family. So and they were actually dealing with the currency that was gold based.
That shit sound like a Murphtopia.
And you're talking about a land where it was okay for you to have multiple wives on top of that. So
Murphtopia.
But what did they do? They demonized the leader of Gaddafi.
Right.
And then they've destroyed Libya, man.
That's it.
And if you ever look at the pictures before and after,
it's a
third world country.
Matter of fact, you got it on. You can pull it up and you can bring up that video too.
They did that with Liberia too. With Jake. Liberia used to be a fucking.
But that was the thing. Like you said, you could, like you said, not just that. If you had a medical condition or whatever the case might be, and if they couldn't deal with it there, they would pay for it abroad for you to go to whatever country that had the best technology and pay for it.
That's like a far-ass country.
Yeah, more than the television.
That was a country where the leaders actually cared for their people. All right, they weren't overtaxing them and doing all the bull shit that's being
free medical.
Right, or people watch their loved ones die and get sick because their insurance don't cover that and all this other mess.
Right.
Or you got this type of insurance, we don't accept this type of insurance.
For this disease.
You need a liver, even though we put the chemicals in your food to destroy your liver.
Exactly.
We're not gonna cover.
Or the medicines that we've been injecting into you destroyed your kidney and your liver, and now you need one, but you're not on the list.
That's like ibuprofen. That shit.
That's wicked as hell, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That shit destroyed
ibuprofen. I think liver and
liver and kidneys.
And I'm trying and aspirin your kidneys.
Yeah.
So
this shit's so wicked, right? Yeah. They the way I did.
And a doctor told me that. All right. One of my students who's a doctor is the one that told me ibuprofen messes up your liver. And the other one messes up the liver, and the other one messes up the kidneys.
Yeah, because I lost a kidney, and they try to put me on like pain management, and this, that, and other. And I'm like, now I only got one kidney, and that changes the whole complexion of their conversation. Because, like I said, you can only take so much ibuprofen in the course of a particular. And this,
what's
that, and
crazy is even with the medicine, right? So let's say you may only need 200 milligrams of ibuprofen
they give you 500-600,
but they give you 5 because your liver actually is trying to keep it out your body. So your liver is filtering it, but everything that it can't get through,
that's it.
They overdose you basically, so they take in count that the liver is
going to filter all that shit, and that's what destroys the liver.
Extra milligrams, right? That's what destroys your liver because your liver is pulling the extra milligrams trying to keep the poison out of your fucking body. And that's how
it takes it on.
Yeah, and
then the shield gets weak and it breaks.
And
Makes sense.
And they found this out because they found out that grapefruit shut your liver off, turn it off for a minute.
Okay.
So it allowed people with dialysis, people with high blood pressure, the medicine was killing them. Insulin. It was killing them.
Right,
and they found out that everybody was taking the grapefruits. It basically shut their liver off for a certain amount of time. And all of these nutrients got absorbed in their bloodstream. All the medicine got in there and it wasn't supposed to be in there. You know, and that's how I figured it out watching some other shit. You know, so
No.
Esau a demon. So
he's
they
a
really
man, he's a mad scientist.
But they tell you that in their things. What they tell you, if you take this for that, then the side effects can be this and this.
Then they have some woman with a pleasant voice come on and try to make it sound
it's okay
good.
though.
Hey, how you gonna make death, pain, and diarrhea sound good? You can't do that, man.
Then they say it all fast and
You
shit.
can't put shit on a plate, put sugar and sprinkles on it, and then tell me that this is a meal.
It's a sandwich.
Right. That's just shit.
It's shit.
Stop. All right.
Fuck, man. This place is through, man.
There you go. Before and after.
Look at
this.
this.
Before and after. Put that back up so I can get it.
And that's Libya.
Yeah.
Libya.
It was like a paradise.
Yeah, it looked like a
palm trees, coconuts,
I was
clean
like
water,
Miami.
clean food, clean
Like
air.
Miami and shit.
And now it's bombed out and depleted, man.
Also,
You know?
Iran and Syria is like that. You know?
Yeah, they look just as bad.
Yeah.
And why do they look that bad? Because of Western
that shit real.
Because of Western intervention, Western geopolitical
like
geopolitics.
Like the one I have on the screen, the top one says Libya with Gaddafi.
And
It looks
Libya
like
with
Dubai
America.
and shit. Right? And you look at the one on the bottom, and now it's buffering, of course. Satan don't want to show his handiwork. But the one on the bottom looked like it was a fucking third world country.
Libya after America something, but I didn't get a chance to read it.
That's right.
Right.
Shit, that was enough.
After America was enough.
That's it. That's
then
the
it
point.
popped up something else. Boy, he saw something else.
Elon Musk.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, move that package, one.
That nigga Elon Musk making it seem.
Mine is right here on the computer screen, but no, you're right. It says Libya without American democracy. Oh, see, sons of bitches. He sounds like no, don't show it. Stop it.
That shit real.
Son of a bitch.
Now that motherfucker do look kind of like Miami.
Oh my God, you brought him right back, son of a bitch.
The best city in America.
Spam him.
Libya with Gaddafi, Libya with America.
Spam bots.
That's all you need. Libya with America. Libya with Gaddafi, Libya with America.
There it is.
Look at that shit.
All right, now if you would, brother, go to the Bishop's room and pull up that video that's short, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna always revert back to the prophecies, and yes, we are obsessed, because the things that we're talking about are prophetic.
That's right.
That these things would happen.
That's right.
And one of the and it said that Esau would be exposed, that the least of the flock would draw them out.
That's
All
right.
right, and they are part of that exposure of Esau, Edom. And here's another thing too. When Israel goes home, there will be peace on earth. We're beyond far from that, man.
All right? I just did.
So
wars no more.
These people are all rallies everywhere. Everyone's afraid. What do you mean you're afraid? How can you be in a you're back in the land of God?
Right.
The holy people. What are you afraid of?
I thought he said we would beat their their weapons into plowshares.
Absolutely.
And pruning hooks. I thought that's when the prophecies.
When you go home.
Prophesied that when the Lord comes back, there are all these other nations that's doing all these Homo sapiens and Yans. They're supposed to be beaten into pruning hooks and plowshares and into farming instruments. All right. So where the fuck are the farming instruments at?
That's it. Yeah, you like you say you one of the biggest motherfucking welfare states on the fucking planet.
You had a scripture.
Yeah, that's it.
Out, bro.
No, I was just saying, like, if they really the children of Israel, How come they not fasting, put a dome on their head, ripping their clothes, and call on the true name Yahweh to destroy their
why is it
enemies?
still war?
Hashem.
Why is it
Hashem.
How is it still war?
Why is it still war?
Absolutely.
You know, why is it still war?
Right.
Why are they not safe and alone?
Right.
You
It's
know,
Hashem.
You know,
Hashem.
no, so great the name. What kind of the name?
Oh, great
So,
the name.
Because right, who prays to the name?
Right.
That's
I got a precept to what you just said.
Bring it out,
This is
brother.
Ezekiel
Pop the shot.
38:14. Therefore, son of man, prophesy saying to God, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shall thou not know it.
Ooh.
When Israel is really over there, the world is going to know, man. All right?
Period.
He said, thou, everybody else, everybody going to know. Everybody will know when the Lord establishes Israel as a praise of the earth. Every need and every fucking person and every creature will know.
Yep.
Scripture said the fir tree is gonna rejoice.
Right.
Esau go down, the damn tree's gonna rejoice.
No, you're not a fella. Ain't no fellas around
Fella
now.
came up against us.
That's right. No fella.
Was there more than that? You good?
No, I was trying to find something Putin was saying about the whole thing, but I can't find it. So
I was
want me to
thinking
play
about
this?
the scripture.
I got
that says,
one, and I ain't thinking about it.
Well, it
ahead,
says,
brother.
ain't no peace unto the wicked.
Con. This is Amos just going into, because the elder Malcolm said everything we say, you know, is prophecy. This is Amos 1, and I'm gonna start at 9. It says, thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity of Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant. I will send fire upon the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus said Yahweh. So this is the Lord. Thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and these people we are talking about indeed are Edomites. No doubt about it. And for 4, I will turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. All this is happening to them because of what they did to us. So all you Negroes and Spigros in the ghetto acting crazy, crying over these fucking pale monkeys should be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
And for 4,
what's the nigga, the boxing nigga that's overrated, the undefeated?
Canelo?
Yeah. Oh, no, Mayweather talking all this
Overrated?
shit. Yeah.
Anyway,
overrated.
go ahead.
Overrated. Talking shit, praying for the Jews and shit. Look, but you don't give a fuck about niggas that's going through hell and oppressed. Meanwhile, these Jewish dudes over there fucking these damn Palestinians up. Which fuck both sides, because that's our land anyway.
That's right.
But this dumb nigga up there talking about some, whatever he said, pray for Israel, whatever the fuck he was talking about, all these niggas.
That's what he get his money.
I was just gonna say, he get paid to say this. This dude's a billionaire. And he know he Israelite.
That cool and light basketball player.
Yeah, wicked as hell. Which monkey basketball
that's the
nigga?
video where the chick was talking about.
Oh yeah, Con. Yeah, they know they Israelites, and they under that Malachite doctrine, and they know for a fact they are Israelites. It said,
And they monkeys.
but they definitely monkeys. It said they look like the Muffet babies. But I will send a fire upon Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus said Yahweh, 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. They've been killing us for years, murdering us for years in all type of fashions. Upon the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they wage biological warfare, chemical warfare, spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, physical warfare. It ain't no way this man ain't touched us, Pauls.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you're right, brother. And then they wage warfare on us in the media just with imagery.
Exactly.
All right, and then their books and their imagery. You know, anything bad is gonna be dark. Anything good is gonna be pale.
Discontinued our heritage and then took it.
Go ahead, brother.
I got the 11th verse. It says, thus for 4, it said, thus said the Lord, for these 3 transgressions for Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. And that's happening right now. This is the beginning of it.
Yeah, and the prophecies are showing that to be forth. Just like the prophecies let us know that the scripture says that Esau will be that the wicked will be afraid on all sides, not Israel. So why is she afraid? Go ahead and play the video. Somebody hold Deuteronomy 33 and 28. But go ahead.
That goes to that Ezekiel if I start up. Because they've been, so far, the Israelis, they've really been at peace over there. All right, after they had their little, what was the 7-year war or whatever, when they first stole the 7-day war.
Yeah.
When they stole the
They have their foot on these people's neck ever since.
Yeah, you're surrounded by your enemy. The Lord is like, y'all know, you're going to see this. Whether this attack is real or not, there will be real ones, man. All right, that evil thought will go into the minds of Russia.
That's right.
All right, and the Ravens gonna remember themselves, man.
That's it.
They finna turn up on you. Ishmael is gonna turn up on you.
You see it happening here in the West.
Come on, man.
There rallies almost every major city across the country
We saw the
against them.
We saw the
get on that magic carpet
last night. Well, yesterday we was leaving downtown. We saw them.
Yeah.
Marching or whatever. The Free Palestine, fucking camel eating niggas. But they coming back to it, man. Okay. And the world sees it. Right. And the world sees it, man. Soon it's gonna be. I got a precept. This is back at 2. I'm gonna get to the point. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Right. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Soon, the world is gonna officially turn on you, and not geopolitically and making business deals, stroking the pen. No, it's gonna get violent. Suddenly,
Physical.
It's gonna be violent,
Right.
real violence.
Nobody's gonna have no incentive.
Yeah, you Edomites that are still in South Africa, you think you're catching hell now. And what's going on in South Africa with them Edomites there? That's a prelude to wherever you are, because wherever you are, you're the true minority. All right, even here in America, you get you have that. You play with numbers and false statistics. You're the minority in America already, have been for years, and so you're gonna learn that real soon. And now you done brought in all these damn, all these people, all these migrants, not only from South America, but they came in from Africa and everywhere else. From a lot of Asians and a lot of Asians. Period. And we're talking about Asia.
Right.
And Ishmael lives in Asia too.
Right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so does Elam and everybody else.
Yeah. That's ignorant to when you say Asian to think of just
So-called
Chinese.
right? No,
the
because
whole
continent of Asia, the land of Israel, the land of Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Turkey, Jordan, all that's Asia. That's the western part of it.
Eurasia.
This whole Middle East is some bullshit that they made up, just like they made up whiteness. But go ahead and play this video. Somebody holding that Deuteronomy 33 and 28. I got it. Yep.
Palestinians about how they've been feeling about this weekend's brutal attacks by Hamas. Everyone I've spoken to says they wish the attacks didn't happen. They said that since those attacks happened, they've been staying off the streets. They've been afraid. And the reason they've been afraid is not because of potential rockets. The reason they've been afraid is because of potential violence that they might encounter on the streets from Israeli police or Israeli settlers. I'm reporting from East Jerusalem today, where I've been speaking to Palestinians about how they've been feeling about this weekend's brutal attacks by Hamas. Everyone I've spoken to says they wish the attacks didn't happen. They said that since those attacks
Right, they're fighting our land. They
happened, that they've been staying off the streets. They've been afraid.
You think about it that way, it still applies.
They've been afraid is not because of potential.
They really are messing with it. Yeah. And she says they're afraid of the Israelis. Well, guess what? Palestinians are always afraid to come out on the streets because they're afraid of Israelis. Right. And the IDF roll up on you and make them break themselves all the time, man.
Yep. Yeah, there's plenty of videos of them Israelis harassing,
beating them up, making them do stupid shit.
The second-rate imposters. Because at the end of the day, both of y'all are bastards on our land.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't give a fuck about them Israelis fucking Palestinians. However, them Israelis, they devils, man. All right, they really harass the motherfuckers over there and expect them not to get revenge on them, man.
Right. What's that so-called black reporter name? The older gentleman. And one of the things that every time I hear about Israeli conflict with the Palestinian conflict, I think Warren something, I forgot what his name was. But I always think about the old black reporter.
I know it was an older one.
I was like, hey, get out this country ass town.
Right, I don't know.
But that's the best one.
But he's sitting up there and he's interviewing, an Israeli motherfucker, and he's interviewing a Palestinian motherfucker, and he the one whose land it is, and he trying to find peace between them and his land. I forgot the name of the motherfucker, but every time I think,
just to prove,
you know what?
That sounds like an old nigga.
It sounds like Lester.
Yeah.
It sounds like Lester. I'm about to find it, but you want me to play one of the other ones?
What's that name? What's that name?
There's a couple of videos. There's another one.
Never seen a pair of shoes that look quite like this.
Always that was smart.
Them huff ass shoes.
Okay, I don't know. This is in the room. I don't know if that was one of the ones. Or this is some other shit.
You looking for a video in the bishop's room?
I'm reporting from East Jerusalem today where I've been speaking to Palestinians and
Showing the Israelis listening, man.
Yeah. To find the video where the Israelis are threatening.
Yeah, I saw tons of videos and now I can't find any. It's like
the Israelis threatening the Palestinians.
No, the Israelis being afraid. They're all talking about how they're so scared.
You want the scripture?
Being attacked. Bring out the scripture, brother.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 28. It says, Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine.
Right. I saw at least 8 videos today where Israelis in America and in the land of Israel and abroad are complaining about, being attacked by the danger, all these things going out, that they're in danger and to be careful, and with their travels and stuff, and that it's like that's not fulfilling. That's complete opposite of prophecy. All right, the Israelites are going to be secure wherever they are in the earth after the Israelites go home.
I got it.
I mean, the scriptures does say the world was created for our sakes. So even when we're not at home, we gonna be at fucking home.
That's right.
All right. Because when I come laying down and put boots on the ground in your town, guess what? I'm gonna sleep in the best place. I'm gonna eat the best food.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have the best women and the best everything.
That's right.
Until I leave. All right. As simple as that.
That's it. It says, Israel shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also, his heaven shall drop down dew. Happy art thou, O Israel, who are like unto thee, O people, saved by the Lord. The shield of thy help, who is the sword of thy excellency, and thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places.
That proves my point.
I just want to say real quick.
That proves my point.
They're secure.
The narrative is being attacked. That's why we can't find these videos. They're pulling them down.
Well, I got something good. That's not a Jew. It's not a Jewish person speaking. But it's gonna show why that you see all those videos saying that they're scared. It's in the bishop's room. It's a tweet.
He just put it in
videos like that with all these afraid, citizens, of the state of what, that's not fitting the narrative that they're trying to control. All right.
I got scripture.
Waiting for it to pull up. That's all.
Well, I can read it while you pull it up. This is Genesis 16, start 11. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because Yahweh hath heard thy affliction. He is a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. They these people are fighting among themselves and whatnot. But like I said, it's told that the people over there gonna be wild men. They
gonna stand up together, and you can see that actually happening now.
They're gonna be at each other
because there's unity among the Arab nations that I've never seen in my lifetime.
The Israelis tried to get the Egyptians, the current occupants of Egypt, to join in.
Well, also Ishmaels, and the Egyptians denied them.
Yep.
The Egyptians said no.
Right now, they playing ball because they getting your money, and the world is used. They need you because you run the fucking currency and shit. But hey, you are greatly despised, Esau, and you at the top of the totem pole, Amalek. All right, Amalek in America, y'all are together, man. greatly despised, man. Y'all the top of Edom.
The Confederacy.
You found it. So read. Let me turn the camera. So read the top part first. No. Yeah, right there. So it says
TikToker threatens that Jews in the U.S. are next. Says colonizers in all countries have every reason to be afraid because they're going to be dealt with hands on.
Right. And I had this on deck because I wanted to touch on this and a couple little other things for some videos, man, on the topic.
That nigga neck long as fuck.
Oh, rubberneck ass.
Probably put the rings around it.
So yeah, this is different. You remember when the 9/11 happened, the whole world instantly hated Ishmael. Instantly. No matter what, they hated him. The world bought the narrative. The entire world bought it.
Wow.
Now, motherfuckers is standing up saying, no, these Jewish motherfuckers is in the wrong with this shit.
Yeah.
You know? And now they saying
it's
like
having a different. Wow.
And yeah, and this is another proof you ain't the Israelites, man, because when we get our land back, hey, like the scriptures say, a dog should not move his tongue against the nation of Israel.
That's
right. All right, that's bullshit. You ain't gonna be talking shit about us. Right. The nation that will not serve Israel shall be destroyed.
That's right. The scripture saying
we ain't gonna have no term anti-Semitism, because you ain't gonna want to be against us.
There ain't no fucking such thing as a Semitism.
That's right.
All right. The man's name was Shem. You had Ham, whose descendants are Hamitic. You had Japhet, whose descendants are Japhetic, and you had Shem, whose descendants are Shemitic. There is no Sem.
That's right.
Who the fuck is Sem?
That's right. Yeah, y'all niggas, the video game. Hey, Psalms the second chapter tells you what, man. All right, we're gonna possess you. He's like Revelation 2, and we're gonna break you with a rod of iron.
That's right.
See, you motherfuckers are weak. You use deceit to get the land, and now it's come back to bite you in the ass, man.
They are weak.
That land is spewing is devouring you, man. You ain't heard about the land of Israel? Hey, you should have read Ezekiel 38 or Ezekiel 36. My bad, Ezekiel 36. Okay. That land devours men. That's why we ain't there no more.
That's right.
Now your red ass is getting put out.
And that's right. Even during the time when Shalmaneser, when he had displaced the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom, the Lord has set it up to where they couldn't even survive in our land without putting a real priest in the land, because the lions and the bees and so forth were killing them and fucking them up.
But what did they say? This man said, "What to do if my wife is still refusing this truth?" Fuck man, the truth ain't for her, man. You get the truth, man.
Wait a minute. How we on this topic and you gonna go ask that question?
It's all good. Jake worried about the nigga one, man. Look. Get the truth for yourself, man. Fuck that bitch. This is what you do.
Hey, you got
go fuck you 2 more women in your room in the house y'all shut.
That's right.
And if she leave, good.
Right. That's right.
I got just basically some.
Not at the same time.
Right. Obviously. But hey, two quick. Is
the fuck.
A simple word search.
You talking about your wife, right?
You worried about the wrong shit, man. Right. She had trust and believe, man.
Right.
Hey, look,
you got a woman lining up for you if the Lord is with you, brother.
That's right.
If she wanna stay loving on Jesus and white Jesus, let her.
Bye, bitch.
Don't worry about her.
Lot's wife.
Her job is to serve you.
Lot's wife.
As long as she doing that, so be it. She ain't doing it.
Sirach 25.
That's on you.
He better be reflecting on Matthew 19, the last couple verses.
19 and 30.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Deuteronomy, another wife.
Tell him, you gonna get a throne, you gonna get 100-fold.
That's right.
Hey, that same wife you cry about, she gonna turn your ass to Esau.
Turn you to Esau.
Take that chip, man.
Turn you in.
All right, the hell these hoes, man.
I got 2 quick definitions that just cut the present day citizens of that land, because that's what it is. If you go into a definition, it's going to give you 2 words. The first word I want to go into is Israeli, and this is the freedictionary.com. It says of relating to modern day Israel or its people.
Oh, excuse me, of
or relating to modern day Israel.
Modern day.
Go ahead.
Or its people. It says a native or inhabitant of modern day Israel. Again, the other definition, a citizen or an inhabitant of the state of Israel, relating to the state of Israel people.
May I ask you a question?
Okay.
When you put your dash and then LY, does that make it or like it?
Kind of.
Oh, so even by them saying Israeli with LI or LY makes it like it, not
them.
it.
Right, because if you go into this word, Israelite.
Oh, what's it? Go ahead, bro.
It says a native or inhabitant of ancient Israel.
But you know what? Can I?
A descendant of Jacob, a Jew, a member of people regarded as the chosen people of God. A Jew.
Not like it though.
Right.
It.
Right.
Can I read from this one? This is from the 1980 Jewish Almanac, page 3. And it says, and basically the Jews kind of admit in here that they are not the descendants of the Israelites. All right. But in a brief heading, it says, strictly speaking, and this is on page 3. It is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew, or to call a contemporary modern day Jew an Israelite or Hebrew. Or Hebrew is wrong because they really are Hebrews. They're just Hebrew Edomites. Right. All right. So that portion is wrong when people talk. Ashkenaz. They're not of Japhet. All right. They're not Japhetic. They just took on that name to deceive people.
Definitely.
All right. There was no Ashkenaz. Didn't have any. This Jewish shit is made up anyway. Right. All right. The letter J didn't even exist. That's something that they just kind of they took on the ways of our customs, and that goes all the way back to the time of John Hyrcanus. And like I love to mention, because it is so vicious, and I still don't think that people have caught on how vicious of a cut it is the fact that they write in the Assyrian script. And you have to understand is when you do your research, which I have intently, the house of David, the house of Judah, meaning the so-called, what they call Jews, the Judeans, never wrote in the Assyrian script. They wrote in this form of Hebrew, like I'm wearing on my neck right now. They wrote in this form of Hebrew. All right, they never wrote in that script of that you see on my collars.
On the coin.
So the coinage from the time of the fall of Jerusalem by Titus Vespasian and Domitian, the coins that you found was this language that's on my garment.
Right.
Right? You didn't see that Assyrian script. The northern kingdom, which was here in America, was in the Assyrian captivity. Yeah, they call it biblical Hebrew. And so they call this biblical Hebrew. Yeah. And that's what the house of Judah. And the reason that they used the Assyrian script was because the natives were actually writing in this when they got here to America, when they got back, when they got away from the heathens and came into a further land, which no mankind had never dwelt. Which is, I'm quoting roughly 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, around the 40th verse. When they came here to the America, they reverted back to writing in our own language.
And you can see that in the Back Creek stone. You can see that in the relics from Puerto Rico that were found, the golden relics that were found in the riverbed. You can find it into the
Brazil,
walls,
Canada,
and the walls of the Incas in Peru, and so forth down. You can find evidence. As a matter of fact, the Los Lunas stone, you can find it in the Paleo. All right, which backs up the elder in the truth that they were not speaking in the Assyrian script. They were using the Paleo ancient Hebrew. Even you remember too when we were downtown when we were singing the Shema prayer and
the Jewish bitch.
And right, it was right, and I think he came over. He was like, he said, "Is that the I forgot?" He said, "Is that the Shema prayer?" And it was like, yes. It's like, yes. There's a couple of words that are a little different, but I understood it. And he was wooed because he already got a bunch of what perceived to be niggas singing the ancient Hebrew. Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allah Yahweh Yahweh Achad. Yeah. And he was like, wow. And he was blue. His mind was blue. All right.
He's like Torah.
Man,
I was watching Skyfall, and one of the imposters was getting put to death and started saying the Shema. And I was like, and of course he said it wrong because he said it in a fraudulent language.
That's right.
And that's not talking about him.
That's right.
All right.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because the Ite and Israelite, Ite means one who's connected to. All right.
It's not them.
Right, it's not this. When they say Israeli, all right, they not connected to ancient Israel. They not descendant of the seed of
That's a
Jacob.
good.
Well,
That's a great point.
You could also look at the fact that Li now is also, sounds out phonetically as lie. So
That's right, brother. Come on now.
So you could, just consider that.
Mm-hmm. All right, you want me to play this?
No, does he really speak? Well, go ahead.
He talks, but
Yeah, but it was the
caption, man.
It's the caption really that
What is nigga beard at?
focusing on. All right, look, it says right, libs of TikTok. All right, TikTok threatens that the JEWS in the U.S. are next. Says colonizers in all countries have every reason to be afraid because they're gonna be dealt with hands on. So if that's the case, that means they're talking about all of Edom.
Esau. Yeah.
That's all of Edom.
Yeah.
All right, that's talking about Edom in Australia, Edom in Britain, Edom in Canada, Edom in South America, Edom in South Africa. So yeah, so it's and it's that time.
And it's so funny because
they're gonna find out that they really are a minority if the rest of the world is brown. And the world don't like them.
Well, the one Hamas leader, when he first said it, the one guy, the one Hamas leader was like, all Arabs basically worldwide stand up and what the bam. After he said that, you had all through America, you had in multiple cities, you had rallies went down. Protesting, and then in other key cities across the planet, you have the so-called Palestinians or people supporting Palestine standing up.
And you got gays standing for Palestine.
Yes.
Esau, I got a prison before we end it. Let me grab this, man. This is Sirach. Let me pull it up. Sirach.
Man, when you got the fruits back and you
Man. You got they
powerful.
And the Edomites on Twitter and shit are so mad. You see it on if only they knew. They don't know because Islam sodomy is against the religion.
Yeah, they would kill them. Yeah.
Right, but so the Edomites are mad. Like how you standing up for them when they'll kill you. The point is you're toast, man. Right.
House divided cannot stand. Perfect.
Yeah, and the world knows it. This is Sirach 35.
I'm saying you wrong.
Yeah, Sirach 41:6.
You're wrong.
Right.
You so wrong.
Right.
They may kill me, but you still wrong. That's crazy.
That shit bugged out.
Sirach 41:6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. So now the world is seeing and speaking on the fact that you've been the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, you're the people in Isaiah 14. All right, when it's talking about Lucifer. All right, because the least of Babylon are actually your Jewish people, man. All right, the Luciferians. All right, the real Lucifer. All right, the Illuminati. Your elite bankers are the Jewish. It calls Babylon what? The beauty of the Chaldees. The Chaldees are the wise men. Mm-hmm. America was one big project put together. That's why DC is shaped like it is. Mm-hmm. That's why you got the Mason compass. Mm-hmm. All right, this is
obelisk all over America.
Yeah, this
almost every bridge in every major city. You got obelisks everywhere.
Yeah, this is
cemeteries.
Yep, this has been set up and established, man. So, you are the Lucifer, man. They said what? They that ruled the people with a continual stroke. See, America has been the face of the company, but you've been controlled by Lucifer, man, the elites. And now is your time to go down. In America, you're gonna fall. The world is starting to hate these hook-nosed motherfuckers even more. All right? In America, you're gonna fall down with them. The least of the flock shall draw them out.
That's right.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And then the scripture says they are greatly despised.
Greatly. All right? And so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Is it a camp in Utah?
Is there a camp in Utah?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
What?
It's about to be.